What's up guys, today's video is all about how to train around a shoulder injury. And the reason why I put this videos together is because I have a shoulder injury, right? Recently I've gone and destroyed my rotator cuff. Basically I was swinging in Santa Monica from the rings. Didn't feel any immediate pain, whilst I was doing it, but the day after I woke up and I was like, oh, okay, my shoulder isn't really working properly. Now, unfortunately, in this video, I don't have the time to go into great detail about the mechanics of the shoulder joint, different types of shoulder injuries which are out there and the different causes. But I recommend you check this video out I did on YouTube a while ago, the causes of common injuries which often occur in the gym. So watch it if you haven't seen it. Now, there's two people who I've seen in the past 4 weeks. One of them was a physio guy based in Dubai. Another one is a local guy in London who's Egyptian. He's really good. He's someone who sees me once every 2 weeks. I wanted to interview him for this video, but his English isn't great, so it would have been a pretty pointless video. But anyway, he sees me, he does his magic, and I do feel really good. My range of motion after seeing him is amazing, and I definitely just feel looser, and my posture is much better after seeing him. So some of the key things I learned from Coach Sav when I was in Dubai was that the causes or potential causes of my shoulder injury may have been down to excessive tightness of my lats, and that he recommended that I activate my lats before I do any pressing movements. He also said that it also might be down to the fact that I'm particularly stiff in my lower body and that I have quite limited range of motion when it comes to my ankle joint, so ankle dorsiflexion. So other exercises which I've been performing, such as squats or deadlifts, may have caused my shoulder to overcompensate, and basically has, over time, just made it worse, and it was just waiting for one little thing to the rotator cuff, such as swinging on the rings in Santa Monica. As there's many different types of shoulder injury, there's not going to be one specific rehab program which is perfect for everyone, but I'll go through some of the things which I've been doing to try and speed up the recovery. And one of the things which Coach Shav told me was that recovery is helped massively just by getting circulation in the shoulder joint. So if you just do nothing at all and don't move your shoulder, it's going to take longer to recover. So the best thing you can do, if you can, okay, first of all, if your shoulder will allow movement, is to just go through different planes of motion. Okay, just basically performing movements which the shoulder joint is designed to do. So first of all, particularly with my first week of rehab, I would just do very common movements. So it would just be standing upright. There's no need to do any weights at all at this point. Just standing upright, doing pushing movements, pulling movements, and different movements, which is going to exercise the rotator cuff and get blood into the shoulder joint. Once you feel comfortable with doing this, I would probably do this every day. You can just do it at home. When you do get better, your shoulder becomes a little bit stronger, then you can start to overload the joint a little bit more. Now I'm talking about just getting a very, very light dumbbell and just repeating these movement patterns. So overhead pressing, again, very slowly. Obviously it's not going to feel great, but the slower you do it, the better. And you don't necessarily have to go through a full range of motion. Just go through the range of motion which feels comfortable for you, and then try and expand it over time. Try and do some lateral raises as well. The lateral raise movement, the shoulder abduction, is the one that feels the worst for me right now, so I have to be very careful with that one. There's no way I can lift any weights at the moment. I just have to do it with no resistance whatsoever and gradually build it up over time. So come and sit down with Miguel and let's discuss what my current split has been over the past 4 weeks. Sorry there's no fancy graphics or anything like that. It's literally just me, a pen and a whiteboard. We've got a 4-day split. It's been legs, back, arms, cardio and core. 4th day is a rest day, but I like to do a bit of cardio and core on a rest day. That's just where I roll. So I've been repeating that. With legs, I've pretty much been able to do everything apart from barbell back squat. Haven't been able to do that just because I'm required to get my hands into this position to hold the barbell on my traps, and it feels horrendous on my shoulders, so I don't do it. I've been doing front squats, surprisingly been all right. With back, okay, it's been a little bit different. I can do all movements which require me to keep my elbows close to my torso, but if I'm required to flare my elbows like that in any way, not happening. Pull-ups, not happening. Maybe neutral grip I can do, but doing things with your body weight generally isn't a good idea to be doing when your shoulder's in a weak situation. Day 3 arms, again I can pretty much do everything, but anything which is requiring me to do like an incline bicep curl, not happening. Dips, not happening. And generally just standing barbell curling or easy bar curling or dumbbell curling isn't great. I need some form of support for my upper arm in order to reduce any shoulder pain. But it's good though, because it's required me to kind of think more about how I'm lifting and how to only use my bicep or my tricep and reduce any potential assistance which my shoulder is giving the movement. Same thing with cardio and core. I'm not doing any HIIT, I'm just doing some walking on an incline, and core's generally fine, so it's not too bad. So it's just one of these things which is just extremely frustrating. It's happened to me once before, and I'm going through a point now where obviously it's happening again, and it is frustrating, but I'm taking it a lot better than I did last time. I'm being a lot more optimistic about it. Whereas last time it happened, I kind of just gave up my training for 4 weeks. I didn't really do anything. And when I stopped training, I really stopped paying attention to what I was eating. It was just a downward spiral. It wasn't very good. But now I'm weighing up what I can do, what I can't do. I'm being smart about it. I'm thinking about my physique in the long run. It's like I could push myself to try and press if I wanted to. You know, I could push myself to a chest and shoulders workout, but it's not worth it. I do not want to do anything which is going to make the situation worse. So I'm going to take a bit of time out, let it rest, because I'm thinking of the big picture. I'm not thinking about, you know, the short term. Yes, I'm going to lose a bit of size short term. My physique's going to take a hit, but in the long run, I want to be able to lift weights long until, you know, I'm almost dead. I don't want to stop doing this. So I want it to heal. I want it to heal properly, and I'm willing to be patient with it. This is the current condition 4 weeks out from the injury. I thought it was going to be a lot worse than it's actually turned out to be. I feel like my shoulders really have kind of just disintegrated into little flaps of nothingness, but my chest thankfully has retained quite a lot of its mass, which kind of, it makes you think, or makes me think at least, muscle doesn't just disappear that quickly. Especially if you've been training like myself for 9 to 10 years, you really do have to go a very long period of time without doing any direct training for you to actually lose a significant amount of muscle mass. And obviously quite a lot is dependent upon your lifestyle. As long as you're eating right, sleeping right, getting your protein in, and so on, you're going to retain mass for a longer period of time. So there we have it. If any of you guys do have any shoulder injuries, hopefully you've picked up a few things from this video which is going to help you out in terms of your own rehab, and then maybe even just injury prevention in the future. Like I said before, you just got to be patient with these things. You've got to be optimistic. Still keep active, you know, do these rehab exercises on a daily basis. Understand you're not going to be setting personal bests in a lot of your lifts for a while, but you got to think of this in the big picture, okay? Okay, this is just a short-term hit. In the long run, you'll be back to normal, hopefully, fingers crossed. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon.